Good morning, and good afternoon. I'm coming to you live. How is everybody? I'm just going to give it a little minute to allow people to hop on. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm coming to you live from Glendale, California, which is in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Andrew Velasquez. I am a professional hair, makeup artist, and eyebrow artist based out of the Los Angeles area. I want to thank Temptu for having me join during their amazing Pride campaign, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. So thank you to everyone who is hopping on. I am super stoked to be showing you a really awesome dewy glow technique utilizing Temptu airbrush. As you know, we are officially in Pride Month, and Temptu came out with this amazing metallic rainbow device right over here, and I absolutely love the duochromatic. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a wipe down because it has my fingerprints all over it, and I want you to experience the full shine that it comes with. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? This is the metallic rainbow Temptu Air. So amazing, so innovative. You know, I really love this brand for so many reasons. Number one, they've been so supportive of our community, and they are giving $10 of every purchase metallic rainbow to the Trevor Project, as well as the Equal Justice Initiative. So thank you so much, Temptu, for being so generous and supportive of our community in all over both East, West Coast. I'm so happy that they are being so generous with this. So with that said, I definitely want to talk a little bit about my expertise and why I am so obsessed with Temptu. As you know, as a professional makeup artist and hairstylist in the industry for over 20 years, and maybe you don't know that I've been doing this for this long, I am first generation Mexican American based out of Los Angeles. I was born in East LA. Both my parents were born in Mexico. And so I do speak English and Spanish. Hablo en español también para mi gente latino. And so I'm super proud of being an artist, being passionate. That for me is what Pride is all about, especially during Pride Month. It's not really about your sexual orientation or who you love or who's in your bedroom. It's really about all inclusivity. Sorry about the street noise in the background. And it's about what makes you happy and what you're passionate about, how you want to express yourself. And for me, through the magic of makeup, hair, fashion, that allows me to be expressive, to be proud of who I am. And that's why I love Temptu so much, because they are so innovative and supportive of our community. And with airbrush, I mean, there's so many different things that you can do. First of all, coming out of post-quarantine and a post-pandemic, going into a new social distancing environment with so many different guidelines, I think airbrush is the way to go. Number one, it's going to be the most effective. It's also going to be the most sanitary as far as not touching directly onto the skin. If you think about it, you're utilizing the airbrush, and it's going to be about a hand distance away from your canvas, from your model or your client. So you're never really having that hand to touch interaction. So obviously, if you're going to be wearing your face shield, that's another extra layer of protection. But for me, in my opinion, airbrush is going to be the most sanitary and the easiest way to avoid infections or sharing a bacteria of some sort. Sorry for the street noise. I think it's going to go away shortly. I do teach airbrush. I teach it in different settings of cosmetology schools, for example, Paul Mitchell and Cinema Makeup School. So I have over 20 plus years of experience, and I believe airbrush works for not only in salon, but it also works for on set when you're working with your actors, actresses, models, for editorial as well as fashion photography. I also feel it works for weddings because it's long lasting. And if you think about it as a photographer's approach, the airbrush anatomy is basically a micronized leftover residue. So it's almost like super pixelated quality, which actually for a photographer is going to benefit their post Photoshop even more, because you're paying a lot of attention to the details prior to them editing any of the aftermath. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this tutorial. I went ahead and primed my skin already, so I have on an eye cream, a moisturizer, and a primer. I'm more on the oily combination skin, so for me, Airbrush is effective because it's going to last long, and even though I can be shiny, I still want a little bit of a dewy complexion going into summer, just in the right areas. So I'll explain that in more detail once I start the demonstration. But hello everybody, thank you so much for joining. Again, my name is Andrew Velasquez. I'm coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. It is 9 a.m. In LA, but I know in the East Coast it is 12 and you guys are probably on your lunch break enjoying the beautiful view out there. Sorry for the noise in the background. I promise it's gonna go away. So let me talk to you about the Temptu Air. So this is so innovative because what Temptu geniusly did is eliminate the gun factor when it comes to airbrush. So this and your AirPod is everything in one. This is your airbrush compressor. This is your airbrush gun. You don't have to worry about your hose. You don't have to worry about pouring products in here. It's all done for you. And the genius part about this is it has 3 settings. So you're gonna hold this down to turn it on. This is the lighter setting. And then you're gonna go to the second setting by just tapping once. You can probably hear it. That's the medium setting. And then when you tap one more time, that's your strongest setting. So your lighter settings are a lower PSI, which means it's gonna be a little more gentle, and I would recommend the lowest setting for any eye area detail. Your second setting is gonna be great for like the midsection of your face. And the last setting, which is your strongest setting, I don't know if you guys can hear it. That's great for, oh, sorry, let me turn that around, 1 second. There we are, hi. So the strongest setting, your strongest PSI, is gonna be for the perimeter of the face, for the neck. I wouldn't really recommend using this. You could use it for body makeup technically. I actually have in the past for a quick kind of anatomy definition, but I would recommend utilizing Temptu's larger compressor with the actual gun for something that's a larger canvas for full body makeup. But if you want something for yourself, something quick, then you want to use a Temptu Air. If you want something for bridal makeup, you want to use a Temptu Air. If you are on set freelancing, I promise your talent, your actresses, your models, they're going to appreciate the fact that you're giving them extra quality service by providing another airbrush effect. And it's going to make them just feel more luxurious. It's going to look more flawless, and it's just a lot more effective for you as a professional providing this extra service. So think about it. And now that you are extending beyond the regular makeup application, you're doing an airbrush service that's actually more revenue for yourself. So you're able to add another service onto your menu of services that you offer. And with that said, you can make a lot more money by investing in the proper equipment. So when you purchase your Temptu Air, the first thing that you want to do is charge it, and it does come with your USB. It's just a normal USB cord that you would use for like your Samsung smartphone. You're going to connect it here where the power, by just removing this little plastic lever, you're going to insert here, and then you can connect this directly to any device or any outlet that it's compatible to, but it looks just like this. You charge this for an hour or so, and it's ready to use. You have 6+ hours of lifetime. I believe I have an official Temptu associate on our live now. His name is Sam. So if you have any Temptu questions, you are welcome to type them in by utilizing the question little chat option. So I'm just trying to wave back to you guys. So, all right. Are you guys excited to watch this? Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out the color that's closest to my complexion. Again, the goal that I'm going for today and the look that I'm trying to achieve is an effective, glowy, natural skin for a men's grooming or female. Anybody can use this. It's unisex. It's all inclusive, right? But I also want to showcase how to effectively kind of detail the grooming part of a men's grooming. So for like example, the beard, the hairline, I'm going to show you another product that I really enjoy for these types of, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and pin myself too, just so you guys can see what we're covering. So let's go ahead and do @AndrewVelasquez _ give me 1 second. And what we're doing today is a glowy complexion / men's grooming, because I'm so extra, I can't just do one thing, right? So if I post that, how do I pin that? Let's see. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Pin, there we go. All right, so now we know for all the new viewers that are just hopping on, you can see that I have pinned what our focus is today. We are doing a glowy complexion / men's grooming utilizing the metallic rainbow Temptu Air. I'm so excited to be using the Perfect Canvas, which is a 24-hour foundation. Comes in so many different shades. Thank you, Sam, for providing all that information. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If you are unsure of what kind of undertone to pick, I think it really depends on the atmosphere and the location that you're going to be providing the service. You want to take into consideration if you're going to be indoor and you're going to have fluorescent lighting, or if you're going to be outdoor in a more natural lighting environment, for example, for like a wedding. Maybe you're on set and you're doing a lot of newscasters with a lot of bright lights, and maybe there's flash photography involved. So all these different factors are going to really determine what undertones you're going to pick. For example, I would say try to pick the closest undertone match for a natural setting when you are outdoors. And if you're going to be in front of really bright lights that are super fluorescent and might take away of the detail of your complexion, I would actually recommend you kind of go a little bit warmer to make your complexion a little bit more forgiving, and it's going to be a lot more pleasing to the eye and the camera as it's transferring onto the monitor. So again, Temptu Air, metallic rainbow, beautiful packaging. Look at this gorgeous product, and $10 of every purchase is going to the Trevor Project as well as the Equal Justice Initiative. So thank you so much, Temptu, for doing that and being so generous. Also, I wanted to showcase this AirPod Pro. So if you are asking yourself, well, if I'm going to use Temptu, can I only use Temptu AirPods with it? Not necessarily. You actually can purchase the Temptu AirPod Pro and you just simply open it right here. So you can actually place any Airbrush product onto this pod. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Temptu. Let's say you want to do, I don't know, a super rainbow pride airbrush makeup. You can actually add any colors into here as long as it's an airbrush micronized formula. So that means it's not your typical thick foundation. It has to be meant for airbrush specifically. Is it silicone based? I am using silicone based today, which for me is more effective for the dewy complexion, because think of like a real life filter. I don't have a filter right now. This is the real me. But once you introduce the airbrush, honestly, it looks like a filter. Like, that's how amazing and effective this product is. So, are you guys excited to get started? Show me some hearts if you want to see the makeup demonstration. I believe I have a question. I've been told we don't need to prime the skin with SB Airbrush. True. So somebody just asked if it's necessary to prime your skin when you're doing airbrush. It is actually not necessary because I'm using the silicone formula. However, me, of a man of a certain age, I do like a little bit more of a forgiving effect. So I do prefer using a primer specifically for my eye area, which I've already added. You can probably see that. But if you have someone that's already flawless skin, then no, it's not really necessary. And the longevity of it is effective on its own without a primer. All right, so what I would do at this point is go ahead and pick up 2 to 3 shades that might be close to your complexion and just simply hold them up to your face. I recommend choosing light, medium to dark. So I'm probably going to use this as my highlight. This will be my transitional color, and this can be my contouring. Do you guys agree? Show me some hearts if you agree. So I'm going to start with my lighter shade, and this is the Perfect Canvas, and the shade is called Toffee. So in case you're similar to my complexion, you can use me as a reference. Do we need to lock it up with powder? No, that's a great question, Sand Dip Artistry. It is not necessary to use powder when you're using airbrush formula. It's actually gonna make it look a little bit more cakey in my opinion. So I would avoid using the powder. Maybe a little bit of translucent powder down the T-zone if they are excessively oily. But it really depends on what finish you're looking for. If you want a super matte finish, then I would use a Perfect Canvas for that without any powder, to be honest with you. I do prefer a minimum application of powder. Will that be okay? You can, but it has to be minimal because this is going to be the majority of your application. So I'm just trying to make sure I pay attention to your guys' questions. Thank you so much for joining me. It's very gentle spread and very amazing products. Yes, that is true, official Sangita. It is water resistant as well. Thank you, Sam. Awesome. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of, I'm so excited. So I'm getting a little sweaty on my nose. Can you guys see that? So I'm just going to take a tissue and just kind of slightly blot my skin a little bit because a boy be shining, you know? That's how excited I am. All right, so what you want to do before you actually apply it, you want to make sure that this part is closed to avoid the product from spilling. And you want to shake it up really well so it really mixes up all of the product and it makes it nice and effective for you. That way there's no little clumps or anything that's going to cause a clogging of some sort. Will it work for brown skin? Absolutely. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Jupanov Exclusives. Yes, Temptu works amazing for brown skin. I am a brown man as well, and I'm about to show you exactly how you can use it. Answered. Awesome. One answer. Really impressed. Thank you, Mariel and Sandip. Yes, it will work for brown skin. We have adjusters that can give you any shade. Thank you, Sam. You're the best. All right, so let's get started. You're going to turn this on by holding it down. Right now, it's at my strongest setting. There's no color coming out, but I actually like the air because it kind of cools me down because like I said, I'm really hot right now. I don't know why I'm so like sweaty. Sorry, guys. You have me. You know what I'm going to do? And this is actually something that I have my clients do at times. Drink some water. It's important to hydrate. If you want glowy, hydrated skin, you need to hydrate yourself as well, right? So, all right, I think I'm a little cooler now. All right, so now that it's at the strongest setting, I'm gonna lower it to the lowest setting. And in order to release the product, you simply hold this down, all the way down. And I'm just gonna show you on my hand, and then you just pull back. The more you pull back, the more product will be distributing through the air pod. The less you pull back, the less product will come out. So I'm gonna start with my T-zone, and because I'm focusing on the eye area, the lightest setting is effective. So T-zone being in between the eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose. Yeah, you guys, it's so soft that I can actually get close to my eye, my lower eye area without actually, you know how sometimes when you get too close to your eye, you like do that? Like this is so soft and gentle that it doesn't do that for you, so. But I don't know if you guys are guilty of this. I often do the open mouth face, like to really get inside. I don't know why I do that. Show me some hearts if you're guilty of doing that, because I definitely do that. Especially when I curl my lashes too. But it's so soft and it feels like a facial. And I feel like when you're working with your complexion, it should be relaxing. It should be almost like a therapeutic experience, right? I suggest constant flow and constant movement. The closer you focus to an area for details, for example, I have a little blemish here. then the more coverage you're gonna get in that specific area. But constant movement, constant flow. I mean, it feels so nice. And what I love about this is I'm here at the salon all day. It's 9:20 in Los Angeles, California, and I have a full day of clients. I don't really have to touch up. I can just wear this throughout the day and not worry about getting super shiny or greasy because I am more on the oily side. It's very comfortable and lightweight, which is what I love about it. Now I'm going on the eyelid. And I'm slowly building. I'm starting with like a small sheer coat. Oh, we had another question. Is it the same machine that you would use for color hair? Yes, it is. And I'm going to showcase that as well. Sam, you are on it. Thank you for answering all these questions. So right now my goal is to just get an even complexion, which can look a little flat at first, but I am eventually going to add more highlights, more contouring, and more dimension, which will bring out the anatomy of my face and kind of slim me down and contour some more. So nothing wrong with that, right? Beautiful. What do you guys think so far of that one coat? Do you like it? Show me some hearts if you like our one sheer coat of perfect canvas foundation in the shade Toffee. So if you are like a medium olive skin tone like myself, medium to dark, this would be a great highlighting color. But I actually prefer to have a little bit more color, so I am going to start to contour. And that's going to be my second layer. But honestly, this by itself is enough just for like a sheer natural effect. But I'm a little bit extra, so I'm going to go in and add some more definition. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm so excited to be teaching you guys. How many layers need to be done to get the result you need? For me, in my opinion, I would say 2 to 3 layers is an effective way. And I think that's the most comfortable. So what I'm going to do now is just take a spoolie and start to kind of clean some of the hair, my eyebrows, the little hairs around. That's a really good question, Glam Tech. Sam, do you mind answering the exact battery life for the Temptu once it's fully charged? I feel like I've been able to use it for a full day and I've never had any issues. So I'm going to guess, I don't know exactly, but I'm going to guess 6 to 8 hours. But I know Sam is on here, so she can answer some of that as well. I'm going to grab a tissue really quick, guys. All right. Are you guys enjoying this so far? Yeah? Awesome. Okay. Which is better, the AirPod or the Temptu gun? So I have used both. The Temptu gun is great for Halloween and you are working with large body makeups. I really prefer the AirPod for bridal, for editorial fashion photography, and even for myself for just a men's grooming everyday kind of effect. All right, so we're gonna move on to some contouring. So we started with the tawny, and now in order to contour, I'm gonna pick a shade that is a couple shades darker for my skin tone. So let's see. I'm gonna probably say this is tawny, this is toffee, and this is caramel. I think I want to go a little darker. So let's grab all of my Temptu AirPods over here. And it gives you approximately 60 minutes of charge, but you are not using it continuous, so it could last all day. Thank you, Sam. You answered it perfectly. All right, so hang tight with me, guys. I'm going through my AirPod collection to pick out a shade that is a little bit darker. Here we go. This is good. Found one. Okay. Shake it up really well. I charge mine daily. Yeah, I actually charge it right next to my cell phone, and I've never had any issues with it dying at a job. So Yeah, I think the battery life is pretty great. All right, so now let's go ahead and get started with some contouring. So I'm gonna turn this on just by holding it down. I'm gonna go to the second setting now. Just by tapping it once, I'm gonna go ahead and test it on the back of my hand. Beautiful. So you can see it's a little more tan. So the areas that I'm focusing on are the perimeter, under the cheekbone, a little bit in my crease contour, on the sides of my nose. Your nose pin suits you. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate all the comments. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the perimeter of my face. So the illusion of contouring is, think of where the sun would naturally kind of set and hit your face. So it's not going to be the center, it's mostly the outside. And the result of a nice highlight with a good contour can make you lose up to 5 pounds for that perfect selfie. Who doesn't want that, right? So I'm going directly under the cheekbone and around my hairline as well, and the jawline. I actually like to use it in spurts as well by kind of like doing this. And that gives me a little bit more of like a feathered effect. Any coverage is possible with Temptu. That is correct. Any coverage is possible at all. Let's go into the crease. So what I'm going to do is actually show you the difference between a finished contoured side and one that is not. So you can have an idea of how effective this technique is. Girl, I'm already sweating again. But that's good. You can see the wearability of when I do get sweaty. If I want to lose more weight, do I go darker? Okay, you're getting a little more silly with that question, but it's fine. I guess you could. So check it out. This side is highlighted and contoured. This side is not. It's more flat, more dimension, right? Show me some hearts if you can see the difference. So now let's go ahead and match the other side. Yes, contour come through. You can also do that kind of like cheekbone effect and suck them in a little bit to see exactly where you're going to contour. You can't forget under the mouth as well. Grab this. And then what I'm going to do at the end is just go back with the transitional shade that's in between these two to marry everything together. Because right now it's a little bit dramatic and you can kind of see like where the stripes are. I don't want that. So I'm going to remove that and go to a shade that's in between my highlight and my contour. And that's going to be tawny. See how I have light, medium, and dark. So that way this is going to marry them all together. The contour shade that I use is caramel. So we have caramel, tawny, and toffee. Sounds like a really cool like hip hop group, right? So now we're going to use, here we go, tawny, to kind of marry all of them together. So now I'm going to put it on the highest setting and just go over kind of like everything. So here is a good side note for any first-time airbrush experiences. You want to make sure that you are not resting your hand onto the skin that has been airbrushed because it will lift. Think about airbrush. You're going in and you're adding a new surface on top of an object. So if you add some pressure, it's going to eventually lift and move it. So I recommend you don't use your fingerprints, or maybe use a glove, a latex glove, if you have the habit of like resting your hand. What is the difference between the SP formula and the perfect canvas? That's a really great question. Let's ask Sam, because she is our pro. No need to dissent. We got you in pods and bottles. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Sam. You're awesome. Okay. So now I'm just kind of like eyeballing where I need to add more of the transitional shade, which I believe it's looking good. I wish you guys could see it in person too, because it's so nice. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next step. Let me start to look for a highlight as well. 1 second. So I'm so picky with highlight. It's gotta be like the perfect shade, and I have a few options over here. Let's see. So I have rose gold, I have brilliant glow, I have sunset glow, and peony pink. I think I'm gonna use rose gold and sunset glow. Show me some hearts if you guys like that idea. Let's go ahead and shake that up. Shake, shake, shake. Are you guys enjoying it so far? Any questions that I can answer for you? Please feel free to ask away. We are here at your service. How long is the drying setting time? It's pretty quick, Glam Tech. It already feels like it's set and flawless. How does it look? I'm still like sweating so much. It is a dewier finish, yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with rose gold, but I'm gonna lower the setting to the lightest setting because I really want to control the areas that I place it. Wow. So I'm concentrating right at the highlight above my cheekbone, a little bit down the bridge of my nose in the top center, the brow bone as well, and my temples. I mean, that's amazing. A little bit of this goes such a long way. Let's go ahead and do the top of my Cupid's bow. Beautiful. What do you guys think? Can you see that highlight? Yeah. So this is rose gold. Just kind of like a halo right over here. All right. So I feel like I want something a little bit warmer, more sunsetty. So let's go ahead and move on to this beautiful sunset glow shade right here. Just give it a good shake. This is gonna be almost like my blush too. And as you can see, I'm wearing a little bit of a rose gold shirt with a sunset glow. So might as well keep it all cohesive, right? So let's go ahead and insert that into my metallic rainbow. You guys, you gotta go and get this beautiful packaging. Don't forget that every $10 of this purchase is gonna go to the Trevor Project as well as the Equal Justice Initiative. So it's gonna help so many people and so many lives. All right, so now I'm gonna focus on the apples of my cheek. Beautiful. I'm just kind of testing it on my hand to see how it's building. Gorgeous. What do you guys think? All right, you know what? Because I'm going there, I want to give it a little bit more drama. And I tried this the other day. It looks really crazy and bright here, but it's not going to come out this bright. Thank you so much, Sam. You're so sweet. A little bit of this goes such a long way, you guys. It's not necessary to be intimidated by vibrant colors like this, because when you're working with airbrush, it looks so flawless and sheer when you're using your lowest setting. So don't feel intimidated by that. Okay, so here we go. Remember to have a little bit of a distance. Don't get too close. I mean, how cute is that? I love that. I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose too. Because not everybody is perfectly one color, so you want to have a little bit of warmth in your complexion as well. I'm going to use this as my lip color. Excuse me. I mean, come on. I love that color so much. It's so beautiful. All right, you guys, we're almost coming up to one of my favorite parts about airbrush, and that's the definition. So now I'm going to introduce the Root Touch-Up Hair Color in Brown Black. This, hands down, game changer for your entire airbrush look. All right, so you want to shake this up, and what I would recommend is taking a little rat tail comb and just kind of cleaning your beard or your client's beard, and you want to remove any like residue, any little lint. That way the hairs are just kind of like in the same shape, right? You want to do the same thing for the brows. And if you're going to introduce... So why would we airbrush hair? There's so many reasons that you can use the Root Touch-Up. You can use it for any little receding hairlines. You can use it if your fade was a little not uneven. You can fix it with that. You can also fill in gaps of the beard and as well as the eyebrow. It also works great as eyeliner, eyeshadow, just so many great things. So show me some hearts if you want to see the Root Hair Touch-Up product while I take a sip of some water. I'm having so much fun, you guys. I love being here with you live on Temptu. Okay, so love this. Do you set it with powder after? Nope, there's no need to set it with powder. I am embracing the dewiness of it, and it's gonna last great without the powder, so it's not needed. So let's go ahead and do the brown black. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just shake it up some more and give it a nice little wipe down. Clean that up. There we go. Shake, shake, shake. And insert. It's metallic rainbow. Turn on. Okay, so I'm going to start on my eyebrow. Because a boy can never have enough eyebrow. Before, after. Before, after. I love that you can switch in between pods. Yes, that is very true, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Whoa, that brow got a little heavier handed, so... Another great thing about this is that you can simply go back after it's, right now it's really wet, after it's dried up a little bit, and brush some of it off. The Root Touch-Up is vitamin enriched, water resistant, transfer resistant, and long wear. I didn't know all that. Thank you so much, Sam. 11 shades, totally controlled application, free from bad stuff like alcohol, butane, talc, etc. Leaves hair touchable, not sticky. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Yes, you do have the stencils. I've seen that. I'm more of a freehand kind of guy, but nothing against the stencils. So now I'm kind of filling in little gaps for the beard. And since we're at it, let's go ahead and do the hair a little bit. Isn't that cool? And it doesn't look like makeup. It literally looks like hair. I am getting a little bit of gray right there now, so this is perfect to cover up the gray hairs too. I don't think I need any on my eyeliner, but I do want to use my Temptu mascara. So I have to grab that. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Thanks so much for hanging with us. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm just looking for my Temptu mascara. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and curl those lashes. I feel amazing. I am glowing. I am contoured. I mean, I'm like ready to take over the world. You know what I mean? That's what's so amazing about Temptu and the magic of makeup, is it can really just change your vibes, the way you feel, and it just sets the tone for your day, you know? All right, so this beautiful Temptu black mascara. And that's all you really need for every day is skin and brows, right? A little bit of evening out your complexion, a little bit of a lash lift, and you're good to go. Then your true self is showcase by just perfecting all the different skin tones that we have going on. And while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and use some on the eyebrow. Why not? Yes, I'm using the Temptu mascara for my eyebrows as well. A little bit on the hair. Oh my god, you guys, I feel amazing. This was so fun. I just want to give the brows a little bit of a brush through. Specifically this one, because remember I got a little carried away at first. Okay. Wow. Amazing, amazing, fun stuff. Yes, the mascara is built to lash. Mascara has avocado oil, argan oil, aloe leaf, and super nourishing for your lashes. It won't flake or smudge. No, I've never had any issues with the mascara. It's always so lightweight and comfortable. What do you guys think of my look? Do I look good? Am I ready to go for work? Highlighted, contoured, lips are popping, skin is popping. This was so much fun, you guys. I want to see if there are any questions. 1 second. I don't see any here. But, all right, so this is your opportunity to ask away any questions. Our focus today was to create a glowy complexion and men's grooming utilizing the metallic rainbow Temptu Air by Temptu. Again, they are donating $10 of every purchase to the Trevor Project, as well as the Equal Justice Initiative, which I think is amazing of them and so generous. So if you have been thinking about airbrush and investing it, honestly, now is the time to invest in an airbrush system that is good quality, that has effective customer service, and I believe Temptu represents all of that. The reason I believe airbrush is so effective right now is because we are coming out of a post-pandemic experience, and everybody is super concerned about being sanitary and just being your most aware of social distancing. So what better way to do that with airbrush? You know what I mean? Wow, it's effortless, beautiful on your skin. Can't wait to have my system. Thank you so much, Hope. Yes, no, I really had a really good time creating this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm just trying to make sure that I answer everyone's questions. Flawless Complexion. Thank you, Zdenka. Glowy by Vanessa, 1982. I see your little heart face. Makeup by Addie. Perfect. Tissues Deluxe. Hello, guys. Please follow me. Sure, we'll follow you. Reina, Sam, I see all of your amazing comments. Thank you. Wow, amazing. Looks so good. Yeah, I didn't use any powder for this. And what we can do after is make sure that this stays on our lives. So if you happen to not catch it for the first round, it's going to live on the Temptu page. So it's going to be a great way for you to go back to refer for any of the steps that I was able to cover. Just really quick with Pride Month, you guys go out there, share some love, be positive, create your tribe that you protect. Now is the time to be inclusive of everyone and be open-minded. Pride Month is not just about LGBTQ, it's about everyone. It's about brown, it's about black, it's about yellow, it's about everyone. So this is your time to stand out, share some love, use makeup as your expression. Use makeup and hair and your fashion as a self-expression in a way of showing how proud you are. We got together in my house with a few of my friends over the weekend during the Pride March, and we got together to create some signs, and it was really fun, a great way to just support one another. And we were all able to take these signs back to our home and post it in your cars, in your home, wherever you want. But yeah, now is the time to share nothing but love and positivity. So I encourage you to try to do that. That can be super infectious too, versus sharing negativity and anxieties. Try to just see the good in different situations. I know that times can be difficult, and life has its ups and downs, right? But it's really up to the individual to take those difficult times and see them as a challenge, but also an opportunity to adapt and to maybe rebrand yourself. Using makeup and hair is a tool for myself and my clients and my talent that I work with on set, as a way of uplifting your inner self and really embracing your inner beauty and letting it come out. So I encourage you to try to express that within yourself, within your circle of community and your tribe. Make sure that you follow myself, Andrew Velasquez _, follow Temptu. And if you have any questions about the Temptu system, please direct message Temptu, and they are really great at answering your questions right then and there. I've had an amazing experience with Temptu. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for letting me be a part of this, for Tribe Project, for Equal Justice Initiative. You guys go out there and share some love, and I wish you a great day. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Thank you. Bye.